Good morning everyone, it's Carol here from the stampinground.co.uk, and today we're going to make this lovely gift bag, a large one. It measures 18 in height, which is 20 centimetres, so it'll fit lots of goodies in. As you can see, a nice size. I'm going to make it in the same designer series paper but a different pattern, and I'm going to put a different tag on the front for you. The designer series paper isn't this lovely. It's from it's the hand penned designer series paper. And we're going to score it in a minute when I get myself sorted. So I need to score at 3.5, 5.5, 9 and 11, which is 9, 14, 23 and 28. And turn it round and score at 2 and 10, which is 5 and 25.5. So that's all the scoring done. So we need to fold and burnish all our score lines. Oops. One of my favourite designer series paper, this. You never know which side to use, and you obviously have to choose one, and then it's you think, what a shame that you're covering up the other side. There we are. So now we need to cut. So on this slim panel, we're going to cut, excuse me, we're going to cut this oblong out. And then we're just going to notch a piece out. And then this is the bottom of the bag, so we're just going to cut up all the score lines along the bottom just to the first score line. Now we need to cut most of this away, so we're going to cut this panel out here. That piece is your bag top, and we're going to cut away that those two pieces on the right. Now that I've got lines here, I don't know which, it's very hard to follow the score line, especially if the line of the paper is running through it. And don't throw these pieces in the bin, as we can, you will always find uses for your offcuts on another card or bag. So there we are. So as you can see, that's how it's going to be put together. So on this thin piece here, we need to put some adhesive. You can use tear and tape. I'm going to use liquid glue. But you can use tear and tape or the Stampin seal. Just line it up evenly and just press along. There we are. going to, I think this is where the lines were and I just didn't quite get it right. So fold in the bottom of the box and pop some glue on the tabs. There we are. I'm just going to pop my ruler in just to make sure those tabs are all sealed nicely. So just give it a press together and just gently run your finger down, and as you can see it will just pop into place. There we are. So now we need to add some holes to so we can put our ribbon through. So I'm just going to put 2 holes in the top with my punch. And then I'm going to use the soft succulent ribbon, which matches this perfectly. And from the back, just thread through. And then just cut off. And I always end up with too much. So I'm always worried that when I cut it, I won't have enough. So I end up, I don't waste it. I keep all my offcuts, and they do come in for different things. So we now need to tie a lovely bow, which is easier said than done when you're on camera. You can fiddle about as much as you want, but you don't want, obviously want to sit here watching me. So there. So just trim the ends off. I've not done too bad with wasting the ribbon there. So now we need to pop this to one side and get on with our tag. I'm going to use the Stamparatus to cut the die out. Oops. And I'm going to use the hand pen petal stamp, this one here. And I already have a mask for it. If you haven't seen this done before, then I have a video on YouTube, Stamparatus tips. You'll see it on there, it's worth a watch. So you're going to pop your stamp in the hole and then pick it up with the plate. And then put the plain die cut in. If you're not using this method, just stamp and die cut your stamp as you would normally do. So press down and you'll find it comes out perfect. And then if you want to make lots more, you just keep putting the blanks in. It's very easy. And you keep your mask in your stamp set as well, and then you can just reuse it. So I'm going to colour this with the Stampin' blends. I'm going to use the dark and pale dark pale papaya and light pale papaya, and I'm going to use the dark and light seafoam. So you have two ends on here, a brush end and a thinner one. So I'm going to use the brush end, and I'm going to go in with the light first and just quickly go over the parts that I want in in this colour. So I'm now going to go in with the dark, and you do have markings on these stamps where the dark bits go. I'm popping it on the bottom of the petals here, although there's no markings. I'm still adding the darker shade, and it does look nice. Go over that a little bit more. And I like this this sea foam for the leaves. It's quite a nice, delicate, subtle colour. I didn't want a very dark green. And then just go in with your dark and go over the areas for the darker shade. I think it's very relaxing when you're colouring. I could do this all day. I just missed a little bit there. So that's finished, and we now need to make our tag. This is called the Delightful Tag Topper, and it's got 3 sizes of tags. We're going to use 2 of them. I'm going to use the 2-inch and the 1.5. So I'm using soft succulent, which is the green, and the white. If you're unsure if you've got it central, turn it over and you can actually see where you're going to cut. I think I just cut mine just a tiny little bit wider, and that's why it just wouldn't fit in the slot. And that's how it's going to sit. So just attach it with some glue. Maybe you don't need quite as much as I've just put on. And don't worry if you cover, you'll see that it just covers the hole slightly. That's not a problem. And then we want to put our flower on. I'm going to add, just pop this on with glue because I want to, the sentiment we're going to put on, I'm going to pop that off with some dimensionals. So the sentiment, I'm going to use the black Memento ink and a happy birthday sentiment. Obviously you put whatever celebration it is. I'm going to use a piece of scrap paper, it's cardstock, sorry, in white. And then I'm going to just cut round it with my scissors. Oops. So I'll now attach this to the tag. It's one of my favourite stamps. This is the hand-penned petals. I've used it so many times. I will put the dimensionals on when I can find them. There we are. Just take the backs off. There. Now I think I'll add a little bow with baker's twine. I'm not sure which colour. I think I'll just pick the white. Or maybe I'll just thread it through for a tag and attach it that way. No. I think we'll just pop a little bow on. And then snip the ends off when you get the bow the right size. And then I'll attach it with a little glue dot. I can't find my pick tool, so not to worry. Yeah, oops. And then add another glue dot to the back. And attach it to your bag. There we are, all finished. Well, I hope you have a go at making this. It isn't difficult, and if you've enjoyed it, if you've enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to my channel, and there'll be lots more videos coming soon. So until the next one, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.